Hey, good Saturday morning, everybody. This is Mark. I'm with Mr. Seavey's Lawn Service and More LLC. We're going to do a little something different today. This part of our channel, mowing lawns and tractor pulling. I'm going to talk a little bit about on our uh, mowing side here. I've been doing a lot of videos with the tractor pulling and clubs, which we'll do an update again tomorrow night for all the schedules and club events that's going on. But this morning, I just kind of want to do a little something different, more geared towards more of our mowing and lawnmower side. I'm just a little bit of history on me. I grew up in Illinois on a hog and cattle farm back in the 70s and the early to mid 80s. About in 1986, after on the farm, I went ahead and went into the Army. Spent 20 years in the Army working on helicopters, and I've always mowed lawns on the side, no matter wherever I was stationed at or gone to. I always had two or three lawns and stuff that I mowed for, so it's a little bit of a side hustle. And always liked it, enjoyed it. Had done it as a kid when I was on the farm, along with snow removal whenever it snowed, and used to use old little wheel horse garden tractors to do all that. So after retiring out of the military in 2006, I went to work for a aircraft contractor in southern Missouri. I was on in their helicopter program. I was manager on it, and about 2012 they were struggling and they ended up going out of business. And I moved back home and went to work for a local John Deere dealer, working in the parts department, and then eventually moved over across the river over here in Missouri and worked at another local dealership for another brand for a little bit. And then I got on out at the university and I was the head groundskeeper. And during the whole time, I was either in southern Missouri working that job or at either one of the parts places, implements. I always had lawns on the side that we mowed to do a little extra money. Enjoyed it. That's what I love to do. So I had an opportunity to become the head groundskeeper at the university there, and really enjoyed the job. It was a lot of work. Really toned in or tooled on my skills and stuff, honed in on them. Well, COVID hit, and kids didn't come back to school. The college pretty well closed down almost, and they laid a bunch of us off, cut our hours as such, and I decided to go ahead and go and do this full time. We were already LLC'd. We were running at the time about I say somewhere around the neighborhood of 25 to 28 properties, and that included some government ground we were contracted to take care of mowing and stuff. And so I decided to see what was out there. Talk to my business partner. My wife said if I could get about 15 to 20 more customers, then I could just do this full time and leave the college. Now I'm retired military, so I had a pension that would help pay the bills, household bills, until I could get this thing going. And so within about 3 days, we had about 25 new customers. So it put us up, we were up there 50 customers plus. And I was doing this all by myself. And that was in 2020. Well, 2021, we increased, wanted to go bigger, hired a couple guys, hired about three guys to go bigger. So we got bigger, got up to about 75, 80 properties. Lo and behold, typical situation that's going on here in the United States. I couldn't keep help. They just work, quit, work, quit. Couldn't find people decent that you do the things the way we do. So it was a struggle that year. That was 2021. Last year was no different. We had a guy worked full time, did a great job, paid him well. So so we could get that quality to kept for our customers and that. And unfortunately, he went on to bigger and better things. So we made the decision this year that due to unforeseen circumstances like that, we needed to downsize. So we've downsized. We're down from we had when I finished the year last year, we had about 85 mowing customers. And of course, we have lawn treatment customers on top of that. But I was looking mainly at scaling back the mowing. Right now, as of today, we're down to about 60 It looks like we're going to probably drop another 2 or 3 to get down in that 55 to 57 client range. That way, if the part-time person I have that's going to help us this year uh, doesn't show, I can take care of everything myself. So I'm not a spring chicken, but we can get it done. So we run two 52-inch Toro grandstands and a 60-inch Exmark zero turn. We run steel blowers and weed eaters. We have Red Max and we have Echo stuff we run. So kind of across the board. One of the things we want to change to this year, because we have some gated yards that the 52-inch grandstands won't fit through, and they're bigger than the front yard, and you have to push mow it, and it takes a lot longer and a lot harder work to do that. So come to the decision this year, we need to look at finding a reasonably priced 36-inch or below stand-on that will fit through those gates. So we're working on that. I went to the GIE the last couple years, the expo in Louisville. I've looked at Wrights. I've looked at World Lawn, Gravely, Toros, Hustler, all those. And then I think we found a brand that we might like. We're going to go check them out here in the next couple weeks. It's Bradley. Looks like it's a pretty good unit. So, and price-wise, it's way price better than a lot of stuff because this equipment's expensive. So, had our tax day yesterday, and this just affirmed my decision to drop down in customer base and offer more services to make the profit that we need to. Large wasn't working. We just got by the skin of our teeth. So we're just going to do some things different. And you learn that when you've been doing this for a while. But mowing season's coming up on us. Right now we are doing our lawn treatments. I've been doing crabgrass fertilizer treatments for the last couple weeks. We got about a half a dozen left. I've got some that's been subbed to me by a larger lawn care company here in town. He asked me if I'd take care of them for him, and we're going to. We have a really good professional working relationship with this gentleman and his company, and we enjoy helping him out. So we're going to take care of that this week. We got rain in the forecast for about 3 days of this week, so we'll try to get them in before it rains, because what we're putting out is granular, so a little rain to get it worked in after we get it down. So, and then next on our list of things to do is we're going to start working on the mowers. I do service mowers for people because I've certified and licensed in that. Over the winter, we didn't get a lot of snow. I think we had like one snow event all winter, so it's a little tight right now. So I've been doing some services on mowers for people, but with understanding to them that once we start cutting grass, the working on mowers stops, other than our own. And so, but yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a promising year for us, business wise. As long as we stick to our guns, so to speak, and do what we can do. I've kind of closed in my zone. We had a couple towns that's probably 15-20 minutes away that we did work on, and I was able to find a couple independent guys starting out that do good work. They're really good at it, and one guy happened to be in one area that we were doing a town away, and the other guy was in the other area, and I just turned those properties and customers over to them. They got them. They'll be able to take care of them. So we're right now just staying basically close to within Hannibal's confines in Palmyra. We have some commercial work we do down in Bowling Green, but that's only a half a day's worth of work, and then we're back. So doing a lot of improvement. We chose to eliminate over just all but 2 of our larger properties that we mow. That's like 3 acres plus. If I'm the only one mowing and weed eating, you're looking at a 2-hour time frame on those properties, hour and a half, 2 hours, and if you got them all up, it's like 2 days of mowing. And I can mow a lot more properties without those in 2 days myself, without in a couple hours on a normal size yards. I could have several of those done instead of one. So just we went that route. Nothing bad. It's just as you do this for a while, you learn to adjust. I listen to a lot of podcasts from the experts that do this, and pretty much we're doing the same thing they've run into and done. So nothing new out of that, but we're excited about this year. We'll let everybody know too that follows this channel or watches that we are a plus Better Business accredited company. We're also members of our local chamber. We try to be involved in our community so they know who we are and do things for them. So anybody out there that's looking for someone to mow their yard and stuff in the Hannibal area, we are full up on our schedule, but feel free to check us from time to time. Things change. I'll try to keep things updated on our Google business page. I'm going to get working on our web page. It hasn't been touched in a while, and just try to keep people more up to date. We've went with a software company where we can do our scheduling, our work orders, and messaging our customers and that a lot better than what we had. So we're going to get there and hopefully have a really good, successful, less stressful year. But as I'll get out there and get some more videos here in the mowing side as mowing season kicks in. Like I say, we're getting ready to service our mowers. I went to where I've got them stored and they all started. So all I got to do is load them up and get them back here to the house so I can get them all serviced and all ready to go. Got to work on the trailers. They need some work done before season gets into, and then that way we'll be ready to go. So everybody enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow I'll do my video on the pulling updates, and this is Mark from Mr. CB's Lawn Service and More LLC. You all have a great weekend.